So today I'm behind the wheel of the 2022 Genesis G70, and I'm going to take some time to showcase the interior of this thing. So starting like I normally do, from left to right. Over on the left, you got your window switches, you got your door locks, you got your rear mirror adjust up here. Above that, you got a door latch. You also have some presets for the seating position that you can set. To the right of that, you've got the dim level for the gauge cluster, a release for the gas cap, and a trunk release as well. Moving to the gauge cluster, it's kind of broken up. The left side is a traditional analog-ish gauge. The right side is a full digital gauge, and in between is kind of a squared off screen, but this is all basically one screen. It's kind of a square where my fingers are, and over here is kind of like a semicircle. The middle can be adjusted between multiple pages. Got a compass. This driver information page can be cycled through, so you got drive info, accumulated info, the miles per hour of the vehicle, tire pressures for all four corners, the engine temps, it's oil temp, torque, and turbo displayed as bar graphs, and you can select some additional features as well. I normally just leave it on the miles per hour. Download also displays what drive mode you're in, so you can switch between different drive modes, and it'll appear up here. I'll showcase how I'm switching once I get to the center console. Moving back to the steering wheel, right here on the right is how you page between those three pages. This little knob will allow you to cycle up and down. You also have cruise control settings over here, lane assist. Over on the right, you got volume control, tuner knob, phone controls, favorites button, and mode selector. On the back of the steering wheel, you've got the down and up paddles for should you wish to select your own gears. I'll give you a better look at the steering wheel. The engine start-stop is located to the right of the steering wheel, to the left of the vents. Now we have the navigation display. So it normally wakes up on this screen right here, which is kind of like a screensaver screen, which if you log in to an account will display your name, showcasing the temps outside, what you're listening to, kind of a cool map, as well as the navigation, kind of a map of the streets you're on and time. You can just swipe to the left, and then you can get into the different pages of the OS. So you got the map, navigation menu, phone projection, which is obviously to put your phone on this screen, voice memo, climate, so you can digitally adjust certain features on the climate control, showcasing who's got what. So right now the driver's side is a little bit lower than the passenger side. Valet mode, HD radio data, radio, media, sounds of nature. I always actually like to put this on and put on sea waves for my son. You got different setup screens as well. In the vehicle setup, you can change your driver assistance, drive modes. This is where you can change up the custom mode, which when I cycle through drive modes, I'll show that, so you can adjust what mode you want, or what level of sport or comfort you would like a drive mode to be. You got a drive mode change alert, so you can change when if it just shows, oh, you changed drive mode, or you want like the picture showcasing what it's changing. One of the cool features is the sport mode seat support. So I drive a car with some aftermarket bucket seats, and it really holds you in your seat, which is what it's supposed to do. If you select this function when you go into sport mode or sport plus, like I just did, the seat, basically you can feel it drastically grabbing you, which is pretty great. Different settings you can adjust for navigation, sound, device connections, your user profile, voice recognition, display, button, connected services, and general, showcasing things like the system information. And finally, Genesis connected services, notifications, and the user manual. So when you click in here, you get a QR code and you can pop it up on your phone. that's pretty much the navigation. Below that, you've got hazards, the 2 vents I mentioned when I was talking about the engine start stop. You've got below that your volume knob, all the way to the right tuner knob, and in between just some quick access buttons which will pop you right into a certain spot on the nav or on the nav screen, so you can get right into map, nav, radio, media, your favorites, and setup. Below that, you've got HVAC controls for the vehicle, so you've got a heated steering wheel button right here, knob for your temperature control. You've got a heated seat button up top, a cooled seat below, currently have it on. You also have that for the passenger as well. Tucked below all those controls, you've got some plugs in the back. You've got the 12-volt smoker's plug, as I say, USB port, and this is just this will highlight on when you place a phone and it will charge it. This is a charge mat right here, pretty large. You can pretty much fit every phone minus some of the larger tablets. Behind that, you've got your gear selector, so it's got reverse, neutral, and drive. When you are in drive, if you want to manually select gears, just pull on a paddle and it's illuminated right there what gear you're in. Park is a button. Put your foot on the brake and it'll park. A little bit behind that, you've got the drive mode dial. So this is how I was adjusting the drive mode. Let me give you a shot of both screens because I have it dramatically telling you what mode you're in, but let's go to the top, Eco. So Eco displayed, nice green environment over on the right. Comfort, kind of some futuristic environment displayed. Sport, sporty nighttime driving displayed. Sport Plus, kind of the same display over there, but as you can note now, traction control is off in Sport Plus. And custom, so custom displayed over here, and you can quickly hit settings and you can change the powertrain, steering, suspension. So in powertrain, Eco, Comfort, Sport, and Sport Plus. Steering is between Comfort, Sport, and Sport Plus, and suspension is also between Comfort, Sport, and Sport Plus. Behind that, you've got parking sensors. You've got the traction control off button should you wish to turn that off on your own. You've got the auto hold button to save your right foot at stop lights. If you want to put your foot on the brake, push this button, the car will hold for you. You've got a parking camera button, so click this, and you got different views of the vehicle. So that's kind of an above view of the trunk. That is currently behind me. Different wheels, and you can also change the settings on the camera as well. You've got the emergency parking latch. It's kind of like it's not really a button, but it's kind of a latch for up and down to release the parking brake. 2 cup holders to the right of that. Got the armrest, which reveals a USB port as well. Over on the passenger side, you've got a glove box. Give you a shot of the passenger door. The leather print. Look at the seats. Cool feature on the seats is the buttons are accessible for the driver. So if you want to move the seat front, back, or adjust. The rear of the vehicle. Features a sunroof. Sunroof controls, lighting, little spot for your sunglasses as well. That is the interior of the 2022 Genesis G70. If there's a feature that you want some more information on, or I didn't go too in-depth on and you want some answers on, be sure to drop a comment question below and I'll be sure to try to get you the answer if I can. Thanks for watching.